There are approximately 35,000 Marines, soldiers, sailors, and airmen currently serving in the Al-Anbar province of Iraq. These service members have deployed here in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom and are charged with helping enable Iraqis to defeat the insurgency by building their own security force and enhancing the political and economic environments of Al-Anbar. Al-Anbar province is the westernmost and geographically largest province in Iraq. It's about the size of North Carolina, over 50,000 square miles with 1.2 million inhabitants. 90% of the Anbari population resides along the green belt that straddles the Euphrates River. The green belt runs through Al-Anbar and spreads approximately 3 miles from the banks of the river. The provincial capital of Al-Anbar is Ramadi, which is home to more than 25% of the population. Al-Anbar has 550 miles of international border, approximately 1/4 the size of the U.S. border with Mexico. Syria lies to the northwest, Jordan to the west, and Saudi Arabia to the southwest. Islam is the predominant religion in Iraq. Most Iraqis are Shia Muslims. However, the citizens of Al-Anbar are overwhelmingly Sunni Muslim. Because of this religious uniformity in Al-Anbar, it has been spared the sectarian violence seen daily on television sets around the world. Al-Anbar is plagued by violence inflicted by an offshoot of Osama bin Laden's terrorist network, Al-Qaeda in Iraq. Homegrown in Iraq, Al-Qaeda leadership has overwhelmed all other resistance and criminal groups. They fund their murderous endeavors primarily through criminal enterprises such as vehicle hijackings, embezzlement, black market sales, theft, and through various foreign sources. The attacks of Al-Qaeda in Iraq are indiscriminate. They prey on civilians, U.S. military, and Iraqi soldiers and police. The most usual form of violence is the improvised explosive device, or IED. These bombings are random and have killed an untold number of innocent Iraqis. Fighting these insurgents are the men and women of Multinational Force West, alongside our Iraqi allies in the Army, Police, and Border Security Forces. Organized and led by the Camp Lejeune, North Carolina-based 2nd Marine Expeditionary Force, Forward, the Marine units are sourced from around the United States to include Hawaii and California. There are approximately 35,000 coalition forces serving as part of Multinational Force West. Many of the nearly 4,000 U.S. Army soldiers in Multinational Force West are assigned to the 1st Brigade Combat Team of the 3rd Infantry Division based out of Fort Stewart, Georgia. The 2nd Marine Aircraft Wing Forward, headquartered in Al-Assad, Iraq, conducts air operations in support of Marine forces to include offensive air support and electronic warfare. The 2nd Marine Logistics Group, based out of Al-Taqadum, hosts battalions of engineers, vehicles, maintenance specialists, and supplies to provide tactical support to infantry battalions and support elements throughout Iraq. The 30th Naval Construction Regiment, the Fighting Seabees headquartered in Port Hueneme, California, has the tactical control of the U.S. Army, Navy, and Marine engineers. There are 2 Iraqi Army divisions in Anbar province. We have the oldest and most experienced division, the 1st Iraqi Army Division, based out of Habaniya. The 1st Division is developed to the point it operates in its own area of operations called Sakar, or Eagle. Al-Anbar also has one of the newest divisions, the 7th, whose headquarters is located in the provincial capital, Ramadi, and stretches to the Syrian border. There are nearly 10,000 Iraqi police and border enforcement officers in Al-Anbar. In recent months, the Iraqi police have been subject to a brutal murder and intimidation campaign by Al-Qaeda in Iraq-led terrorists. These killers understand that because police know their local neighborhoods, they would lose their biggest advantage, which is hiding in and among the civilian populace. Iraqi police are able to identify foreign fighters and identify men that are aligned with Al-Qaeda. Marines and soldiers, with the support of local leaders and tribal sheiks, are making strides towards peace and stability in Al-Anbar. Many sheiks, local government officials, and religious leaders are beginning to speak out against Al-Qaeda in Iraq terrorists, which make them subject to the same ruthless murder and intimidation campaign the Iraqi police are experiencing. These brave men and women have increasingly stepped forward to fight Al-Qaeda's influence because they know these terrorists only offer death and subjugation to those who follow them. This pro-Iraq movement against the terrorists, known here as the Awakening, is new, and it's growing within the province. Coalition forces are optimistic that this is a positive sign that the suffering of the Anbaris could be coming to a close. The men and women of Multinational Force West, though encouraged by these recent events, understand there will be no quick fix to solve all of Iraq's problems. They remain focused on the mission at hand, helping enable Iraqis to defeat the insurgency by building their own security forces and enhancing the political and economic environments of Al Anbar.